Glad to have you with us from Kroger Field in Lexington, Kentucky. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams this Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the UL Monroe Warhawks and the Kentucky Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I caught up with the Warhawks head coach. There's always different motivations in the game, and bringing your team here against an SEC opponent, there's a lot on the table. Guys who may have been overlooked, under-recruited, chip on their shoulder. This group of 6 team always wants to compete against the bigger, more powerful schools. But you don't want to do too well. What if they steal your guys in the transfer portal? Coach says they're not worried about that. He just wants his guys to be the best version of themselves today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. The Wildcats offense will go to work first. C.J. Baxter, the former Texas Longhorn, he has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, #1 job for this defense, man. Try to make him play in a phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that one.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. So UL Monroe's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's a freshman that, despite not being highly recruited, has burst onto the scene. A talented young wideout who has played at a much higher level than his high school rankings would indicate. The transfer has it his first carry. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Warhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Warhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to get the first through the air. Here comes the heat. On his feet at the 40. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave them all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. They can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And that's exactly what you want as a coach. You want to drive the ball down the field and get some form of points to create some momentum for your squad to start the season. How about the kicker? 1 for 1 in the year. He's perfect.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Motion from the wideout. He'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to the well. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
The Wildcats are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
After run, now throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much.
Finding some room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. On first down, it's Baxter again. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
And the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Anderson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Off play action. Here's the pressure. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking to throw. Intercepted deep in his own end. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Finds his man. First catch of the season, first catch of his career comes right on cue after we finish talking about him, guys. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jamison. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The Warhawks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and it's Louisiana Monroe out front. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll run the counter. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Babe, got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Warhawks! That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
10, Kentucky, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness.
Turning it on! He now has 56 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
The sure hands, it's Barnes. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. And they fail to hook up on third down. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Walker. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one 9-yard line. This offense starts deep in a hole. Complete to start this drive.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Fights off a defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And the Warhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes a move. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And man, you gotta like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not gonna always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
He's got it inside the 25. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And the evolution of football has been amazing, right? Like, so many different guys, the tight ends that can do different things now, and big body wide receivers. And I think the running back spot has too. Just, it used to be a guy you handed it off to all the time, but now they can start running the route tree and getting down the field and making catches like this to make big plays for your offense.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Gives it on the option. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
They'll stop the clock for an injured Wildcat. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback keep. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And he made the extra point without problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Walker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Louisiana Monroe offense heads out onto the field to open this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got a man. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. The Warhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He goes right back to the air. It's complete to the left. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Escapes the pressure going right. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Buying some time. They get to him as he throws. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. they'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Running inside, it's Barnes. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Needing to move the chains. Here comes Kentucky on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got his man. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll crank up this drive with the pass. The short hands. It's Miller. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the grab on the left. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He's already made 1 field goal, but this one is going to need a big leg. A 50-yard attempt coming. And he had just enough to will that one home. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Flames sneaking out of here with an upset victory, and have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game at Kroger Field. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, 3rd down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kroger Field.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out. It's Walker. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete on third down.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. Send the tight end in motion. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. On target. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run it out of the gun with Baxter. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. They'll stop things momentarily for an injury on the play. There is a Kentucky Wildcat down. The Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. It sets up a great second down opportunity.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Really nice job of awareness on first down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Kentucky! Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. He'll try to tack on one more.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Coming out with it, it's Walker. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to him. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Hey, finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On the option, he'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. And the Warhawks will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive.
Makes the grab in their space. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Miller. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Almost lost the football on that one, but the clock is stopped while the medical staff comes out to tend to an injured player. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Breaks into the open. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Baxter. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there. And his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Walker. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Jamison. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his big tight end. Fighting off the just steamrolling the defense. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Plows through the defense. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. They'll have to hustle. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Warhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Run inside. It's Jamison. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. And the Warhawks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to get rid of it.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The Warhawks trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Jamison. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on second down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little kick route, try to get my guy open.
Oh, they're after him. And they can't make the connection on third down.
I love the play call defensively. Third down, and you're anticipating the quarterback being in the pocket throwing the football, so you dial up the blitz. You get home, you hit the QB, and force the incompletion.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Had to settle for the field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here comes the Kentucky offense out onto the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. Motion from the wide receiver. Catch in the middle, it's Rodriguez. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And
going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodriguez. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They'll give it to Baxter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Warhawks offense onto the field to go on the attack. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Got his man on the outside. Hard running there. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Warhawks racing to the line in a hurry-up. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Warhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The Warhawks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Wants to fire on second down. Touchdown, UL Monroe! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Kentucky sends the offense back out on first down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And the Wildcats come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Kentucky will be forced to punt. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jamison. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the move. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The Wildcats used the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And he got it! And they take the lead inside a minute to play.
Man, that's a big kick. That's a big moment, a lot of pressure. He delivers, ties this football game up late in the fourth quarter.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. So now it's second and long. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Running inside, it's Barnes. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Wildcats called their third and final timeout. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Makes a grab on the shot. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rule. 2-point plays back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
First play of the first possession of OT. Rides to back and leaves it. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The run inside. It's Baxter. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. On the snap, it's Barnes. Touchdown, Wildcats. They take the lead here in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got it! Touchdown, Warhawks! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And the extra point was good. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jamison. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That's it fly. He's got an open man. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. From the red zone, it's Jamison. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Looking for a touchdown to take the lead in overtime here on 3rd and goal. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got a little work to do here on 3rd and goal in overtime. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Splits the uprights. Good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. Hand off for Baxter. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Throws toward the end zone. A game winner. What a finish in double overtime with the touchdown.
How about this offense coming out and executing so great, knowing what they needed. They were on defense first. They knew exactly what they needed to do. Come out, they get the throwing touchdown, ends the football game right now. Nice execution by the offense.
And that play right there, David, really encapsulates, I think, the identity of this team. They're going to fight and scratch and claw to the very end to get it done. Great job executing here late in the game to get the win.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away here, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.